It's time for another episode of Rogan Radio.
Come over and get this done.
Ooh,
Okay, ready? You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Why you put that beer outside?
So I might not be able to beatbox as good like this, dude.
It's cold outside. That's why.
It's not that cold outside.
What are you talking about?
It's not that cold. You're a sissy.
All right, check one, mic check one, check one. Check one, mic check one. Okay.
Go on, let me buckle.
Let's give ourselves 5 seconds. We'll just bullshit about the beginning.
The beginning?
Well, we'll just do our little monologue thing.
I'm trying to find this freaking site that I saw today.
Check one, mic check one. Okay. You ready? Are you ready? Everybody ready? Hey, it's another episode of Rogan Radio. We're here in the studios tonight, and wow, my goodness gracious, we are more busy than we know what to do with. We have Captain Earl in the studio tonight, along with Slinka.
Hello.
Slinka's got
Hello.
in honor of the new James Bond movie that just came out. Do you know what? He's impersonating Jaws now.
That's because he's got it's all wired together.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, you're never too late for braces, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I want to do
Never.
it too. I've already got about $15,000 in all my kids.
Hey, I figure in my normal everyday job that I do, besides this, I'm a face of the public.
Yes.
So I have to interact with a lot of people, and I don't want to look like I'm actually from. Well, I shouldn't say that.
That's what you're saying. So with summer teeth.
Yeah,
Some are here and some are there.
Exactly.
But anyway, so far, I mean, what a great time we've had since the last podcast where
Seems like it's been a while since we've actually been in here because we've been so busy with everything.
Yeah, because we went up to Lincoln and we did that the football deal with the band, and then
It turned out really good too.
it actually did turn out. We have one more video to do with that.
Radio.
That's fantastic. Getting some great response once again on the actual by looking at the RSS feeds of the podcast. So we want to really thank you for that. And remember to always feel free to like us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes. Subscribe to
Google Plus.
Google Plus.
You know what, though? I'm amazed with as many people that are actually subscribed to this and that are listening. Why are we not getting more texts
and calls
on that number?
Well, that's what I mean, because I
Come on,
noticed.
people.
Now, I did notice on the last couple of episodes that we've done, we haven't really. Oh, let me put that. We haven't really talked about it. Once again, 681-222-ROGN, and when you call that number or text that number, just go ahead and do that, and you're not going to get anybody. It's just going to go right to a voicemail. I think a lot of people are afraid.
I think
because
people
they
are
don't know what
worried.
say.
Yeah, they're like,
they
oh,
think
somebody's
they're
going to
gonna
say
talk to
hello,
somebody.
and I
They
don't
have
know.
to talk to anybody. All I got to talk
Yeah,
to
you're not going to have to buy any vinyl fencing or siding or anything like that. But once again, we really do appreciate that. We're going to throw it into the podcast, so go ahead and give us a text or a voicemail at 681-222-ROGN, local if you're on mobile. How about that? I was a poet and didn't know it.
Well, that's because you're in radio.
Hey, tonight's episode, though, we're going to have Bill on and Jeremy. We're going to talk about the release of Call of Duty. No, I haven't played that particular game yet. I'm kind of holding out for Battlefront.
Well, we have our very own Jimmy, who's been all over that Call of Duty, so he can give us his 2 cents in.
Now, listen, we learned something special about the campaign here. We'll talk about when we get into the actual segment of it. Also, you know what? Did what was the thing with the? I totally missed it on the 31st. There was supposed to be some kind of another asteroid that was supposed to kill us.
Ain't heard anything about that.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It kind of flew
Not
by.
a hemorrhoid.
Not a hemorrhoid, an asteroid or a hurlroid. And we had the results of, if you know this, if you don't know this, there's a star where it's kind of blocked out. What's the backstory on this star where they thought it could be an alien craft or something?
There was a star that shined above my mother when she gave birth to me.
Well, now you're talking about Jesus.
I said me.
Yeah, I know, but
But you're not Jesus.
yeah, you're not Jesus. You know what, man? I hope you don't die of a heart attack tonight, because I know exactly. What is it? What are you doing? Are you John Cena now?
V for victory.
So we might get into that. Also, we might be talking about some fantastic enlightenment concerning the Titanic. You know the Titanic. The Titanic went down, killed like 1,700 people when it went down. But did you know that quite possibly it wasn't the Titanic? It could have been its sister ship, the Olympic.
You know, it could have been.
It could have been. We might get into that. It's just hard to tell because once we start talking about something, we don't stop talking about something. So we'll just kind of go with the flow with all that.
Or
so,
we get off on something else and forget to come back.
That's what I mean. We do that all the time, and that's what makes us so fantastic.
Yeah.
But once again, you're listening to Rogan Radio. We really appreciate you tuning in, and remember to subscribe to us on iTunes and Stitcher. We did have one review I saw on iTunes.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that review.
We had a review. I looked on iTunes and we had a review because I was looking at the RSS feeds.
Can you bring it up so we can read it?
No, we're not going to do that.
Well,
we're not going to do that.
I don't know why
They
love
tell
to
you to
read
go
it.
jump off a bridge or something?
No.
No, it's even worse than that, Jim. I could deal with something like that. So I'm looking at the RSS feeds, and basically an RSS feed, you have your, like the podcast, we record these things, we process them, we put them on a storage device somewhere, namely like the cloud, and then there's a link to those things, which is where we, put it to YouTube, and we put it to Stitcher and all that. So that's how people, what are you looking at me? Because I'm talking with my hands?
No, go ahead. Just I really wish you'd get to the point because all we want to hear is what somebody wrote.
Yeah, so no, because there's a reason why he's saying this, Jimmy. So I'm looking and I'm going through all this stuff, and I happen to see there's actually a review on iTunes. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it's obviously about me.
Why don't you tell me about it?
It's obviously about me.
Well,
So I click on that,
You're wrong.
and obviously I was wrong. Want to give a special shout out to Todd's son-in-law for making a review. And it said, now listen to this shit.
It'd say my stepdad's
I'd love
terrible.
for you to read it by
He's a
verbatim.
lazy load piece of crap.
Oh,
No.
No. It said the podcast would be, now I'm kind of paraphrasing now.
Yeah.
The podcast would be so much better if Todd would talk more. I'm thinking, what? What?
Good for you, Dave.
Why don't you go ahead and wait? You can yell as loud as you want.
You're my favorite.
It's not going to make it any better. It's not going to make it any better because I'm going to write a review right now. Todd yells and says a bunch of nothing way too much.
Just moving his fingers.
Enter.
He ain't doing nothing.
Administrator.
You know what? David Whiteman is my favorite son-in-law.
And David Whiteman, I used to like David Whiteman, but now he's on my shit list.
Well, anyhow, David Whiteman was actually...
You know what? We're going to counter this. I'll tell you what. David can write all he wants about you, man. That's fine. Let Todd talk all he wants. A podcast would be so much better. Well, you know what? Guess who's going to write something good about me? Mariah Whiteman. Mariah, this is your challenge. Yeah, I'll be getting choked up too. Mariah Whiteman, this is my challenge to you: is to write something on the iTunes and say it nice about me or Jimmy, either or both.
Just make sure it's...
Just not this
positive.
other bonehead in the middle here.
Yeah, you can't say anything about Todd.
You know, she doesn't have to say anything about me because David said it all.
Yeah.
And I know Mariah loves me, so I don't care.
He must want you
care.
to do some work on his house or something.
If you have to... If you have to bribe a girl to say something nice about you, then you go ahead.
Well, do it
right there.
I absolutely do. Please say something nice about me. Go to iTunes or Stitcher and say something nice. And then we'll also talk about, we never really did talk about the banner that we got. Clarksburg Blueprint in, Clarksburg.
It's pretty cool.
Listen, they did a fantastic job on making this banner for us, and we want to thank them. And along with the new T-shirts that are coming out, we have those. I'm going to actually pick those up from Steve on Wednesday. I was going to get them today, but we were working things out. He has a 66 Mustang, too, by the way. And let me tell you something. 3 on the floor, and that thing is sweet. What year's the Trans Am?
78.
78? You working on that thing?
Mm-hmm. Well, wait until my house is done. Then we'll put it back in there.
By the way, they're actually, what's the progress on the house?
Basement and everything's done. We're just getting ready to start framing this week.
What are you looking at?
Your beer. Why are you buying bottles?
Why? You want it?
You a bottle man now?
You know, it was actually cheaper than it was to buy cans. Can you believe that shit?
You got a 12-pack of bottles?
No, I got an 18-pack because, let me tell you something.
Why get a 12 when you can get an 18?
Let me tell you something. You know what? You know all this stuff.
You get a 30.
Let me tell you something. You know all this junk that we were talking about that we were going to might talk about before? Well, Titanic and Olympic gets scratched already because we're going to talk about pet peeves.
Oh.
Right off the bat, we're done. That story is gone. We'll do that on another episode. Pet peeves. You go in and you buy a 6-pack, right? If you do, it's like $5-6, something like that.
Okay.
Or
Huh?
you can buy a 12-pack for $10.
You're
So you're
yourself,
thinking you're doubling your quantity there for $4 more.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And then you go, wait a minute.
Well, so then I'm going to, it's like, well, now I'm looking at an 18-pack for $4 more. Right? So I could buy 2 6-packs for 12.
That's what they do, man.
Or I could buy 18. Wait a minute. 2 6-packs, 12. Yeah, I could buy a 12-pack for like $12, or I could buy 18 for 14. Or if I even want to go higher than that, I could go 30 for $19. So they almost force you to become an
Yeah,
alcoholic.
you have to do
It's
it.
always been that way. I mean, come on, look,
ridiculous.
you could buy a 2-liter thing of pop for a buck.
Or a 20 ounce for $1.89. I went
Exactly.
to CVS, bought a 20 ounce Diet Pepsi, $2.
Wow.
$2 for a 20 ounce.
I really don't think that counts as a shout out to CVS because you're kind of
Yeah, it's because you're bashing them. Let me tell you something else that pisses me off. Let me tell you something else that irritates me beyond belief is when I'm following somebody. I'm driving them, right? I'm behind them, and they're just taking their good old time because they have nowhere to go. What is it with guys in pickup trucks?
I got a pickup truck.
Yep, and Jimmy does too.
Yeah.
What the hell is it with pickup trucks and dudes that want to put their arm over an empty seat on the right side?
I don't do that.
Dude, that's the most dumb thing. It pisses me off.
I do that all the time, but see, I don't have.
Why you do it?
Well, I have like a
'Cause he's
console
got
in between.
usually
I don't have bucket seats.
He
so-
usually has a guy on his arm.
I guess. Why the hell I'm thinking, dude, why are you putting your arm over? It just drives me crazy just by looking at it.
You stretch
Yeah.
out. You stretch out.
I don't do
like
that.
this.
I'm not good.
I got mine. I like to rest my elbow. I don't like to.
Yeah.
No.
I
Good
take
Jimmy.
my hand and hook it on the back of that headrest.
See,
up there.
Todd's one of those guys.
Yeah.
And it
Well,
just stays
guys.
That's
right there.
probably why he had that magnetic bumper sticker on his.
Probably.
Yeah, I still have it on mine.
Just saying.
In my car. I'll put it on your car.
Yeah. You know what I hate is when they have them stupid balls hanging from the back too. That really
The
ticks.
trailer
I'm like,
hitch.
really?
You know what? Let me ask you another question. While I'm at it, why I'm in my pissed offness. And so I'm seeing in the news now that VW has kind of fudged their stuff with admissions test with their diesels. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people that drive Volkswagens. I'm one of them. I don't have a diesel, but I see a lot of TDIs on the road, be it a Jetta or a Passat, whatever it might be. Now, one thing I've never seen come out of a Passat or a Jetta or any kind of Volkswagen
Is a very cool guy.
Or black smoke.
I mean,
black smoke.
Whoa!
You know what? You get these freaking big ass trucks and they floor to whatever, and the black smoke comes out because I guess they think it's cool. And I'm thinking, dude, it looks like you're thinking. Back when if I see smoke coming out my car, I'm thinking, whoa, dude, there's something
Hold
wrong
on.
with it. That pisses me off. I had a guy. I was going down 79 one time. He was with his girl, and he was driving in a diesel. And I was in the Mustang with the top down. And I saw what he was doing because he was playing with his throttle, and you could see where the smoke was coming out. So he was going to try to get me. Right?
Because he knew that.
Oh, he just
convertible
knew
top
it.
was down.
He was just waiting. He was holding
car
back,
full.
and I was
Yeah.
playing with him because I knew, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give him the satisfaction that I'm going to get right next to him, and he's going to tromp on that thing and blow black smoke all over me. He's going to think he's going to laugh all the way to the bank, right?
Yeah.
So I get up to him. I'm going to actually from Meadowbrook up to 50,
Oh,
right?
okay.
I was like
Yeah.
going to East Point.
Yeah.
This is for the West Virginia people would know this, in North Central West Virginia anyway. So anyhow, I get up close to him, and as soon as I know it, because there's a little bit of a delay with the turbos, diesels, and I back off, drop it to third, bang, right by him. There's no black smoke at all. And you know what I did? I put my middle finger up.
Oh,
I did that, and I went through the exit, and he went right down to Anmore, wherever the hell he was going. Yeah, I just went, I know what you were doing. You ain't fooling me. You fooled me. You're not going to get my...
Meanwhile,
Well, you're not a bad guy,
that
Joe.
guy probably didn't even notice Chuck. He probably wasn't even paying
He's like,
attention.
where the hell did that come from?
He probably was too busy looking at his woman, and Chuck was in his car alone, and that kind of.
Well, I had my hand I had my arm resting
Over
over
the
the empty
armrest?
seat thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I could have somebody in this seat. It's my it's like my dead love or something like that with me.
Yeah.
But that's that. Anyway, once again, you're listening to Rogan Radio. We're going to come back. We're going to have Jeremy and Bill on the phone. We're going to talk about the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and maybe some zombie action and see what they think about it.
Shuffling.
We're just going to have a thing here called just remix. If you happen to hit something that I'm going to play Will Smith, get jiggy with it. But if you have something that has music in it, make sure you cut it.